Do you hear my sound machine? Oh, this is my new favorite thing to have around the house. Oh, yeah. I was having such a hard time sleeping because our bedroom is on the main street in St. John's, and there's like traffic nonstop, even in the middle of the night. And I was like, how am I going to have a peaceful sleep? And funny enough, when Josh and I were in Montreal recently, the hotel room that we were staying at had this sound machine. And I loved it because it was like the sound of the ocean. This is my favorite sound for when I want to feel creative and inspired with my learning and personal and professional development in my studio. But when I'm sleeping, it's the sound of the ocean. So anyway, I'm just going to keep it on behind us and talk at the camera right now. This week I was thinking about like what has been inspiring me the most, and giving it something that maybe you can ponder on too, and let's share some dialogue about this in the comments below. Creating a daily practice. I find it interesting always at the beginning of the year how, we'll have these goals. And even if we don't tell people we have these goals in the new year, we're kind of like hoping that these like changes will happen in our lives of things that we want to be doing on a daily basis, whether it's eating healthier, exercising more. I know for myself, it's practicing my flutes, all 4 of my beautiful flutes. For other people, it might be as simple as like going for a walk every day, or maybe it's reading every night. All of us have different things that we love to do, and those daily habits can be so powerful in what we can achieve and how we can grow over time when we just do a tiny little thing consistently. So I've been thinking a lot about my flute practice and wanted to share some stories with you about this because as a musician, I've spent my entire life trying to build a daily practice on my instruments. And I feel like this is the first time in my life where I've truly cracked it. I've truly cracked the nut on how to make this work for me. So I thought I'd share it with you. But first, the story of kind of why I felt inspired to make this shift happen. Christmas time, I totally lost my whole routine, and I ended up realizing one day in January that like I wasn't playing any of my instruments. And when I'm not playing my instruments, I feel a little bit lost, uneasy. It's like, it just doesn't feel like myself. And I was trying to figure out like why haven't I, like why am I into a new year and I don't have a regular healthy practice schedule on the go, and how did I let myself get here, and just being such a huge critic inside with my inner bully. And it just came to the point where it was like I have to make a shift, and it has to happen now. And I don't know what's totally different about all the previous times that I did 30-day practice sessions to form a healthy habit, or 90-day practice sessions to be able to create a lifestyle. And I also, can't really figure out why, when I've done all these amazing challenges, why it hasn't just always stuck. But something sticks this time that is like hard to put into words, but I can share as much as I possibly can with you in my experience. And I'll be curious to hear how others do it if you have a daily practice of something. So once I made that choice of, I'm just going to play my instruments every day. It's not a matter of like counting how many days I do it in a row. It's not a matter of like how much time I'm spending on my instruments. It's none of that. I've just made a choice. I'm playing my instruments every day. And interesting enough, since I've made this choice, I have not missed a day, and I haven't even counted a day. I'm not actually quite sure how many days in a row I've played now. All I know is that this shift has been so powerful for me that I believe it's going to stick. Because, yeah, it's not getting stuck in the why we're not doing things. And it's also not getting stuck in whether I feel like it or not, whether I feel inspired to practice. I mean, gosh, like what an excuse I've used for so much of my life in that sense. Because practicing isn't just about when we feel like it. It's showing up consistently for ourselves because it's something that's important to us. And it's something that we know is helping us really grow into who we want to be as our future self. And for me, that's the real thing, is like playing every day helps me grow into being the very best musician I can ever be. It helps me be the best support musician in my session recording. It helps me have my chops so that I don't waste time in the recording studio working on my own recording projects. It also means when a performance comes up that like it's an opportunity of a lifetime, I'm ready for it. I've got the chops already there. So some of the things that I've been playing around with in the midst of this is this whole idea that, you know, we have to have that perfect practice. I definitely have perfectionist tendencies in me. And so I'm always like that all or nothing thinking of, oh, wow, if I don't get all of that done, well, then I haven't done a proper practice day. It doesn't work. What does work for me right now? Thinking in 3 different categories for my daily practice. Was it good? Was it better? Was it the best? And assessing that each day. Or maybe even before you go into practicing, saying, is it going to be a good day, a better day, or the best day? And being so kind to myself and so loving to myself when I show up in any one of those capacities. So what does good look like to me? I've had a crazy day and I've been at it since like 7 a.m. and I'm only getting to my flutes by like 8 p.m. and I'm exhausted and I'm really not feeling it. I pick up every single one of my instruments and I play either a favorite song, or I'll play through a scale, or I'll just improvise. And that's good. I've touched all 4 of my instruments. On better days, I'll have my sessions like actually organized. Okay, this is what I'm going to be working on it. And I'm like journaling out exactly what I want to accomplish. On my best days, I'm having a hoot. I'm not only working on the stuff I plan to, but I'm even doing more than that. And I'm even feeling inspired to write some new music. And I'm exploring the things that feel really, really hard for me. And I'm challenging myself to just give her. There's so many more things to practicing and creating a daily habit. Another aspect is like stacking, which means like associating your daily habit with something else you like to do. Like, for example, I always have a beautiful glass of lemon water beside me when I'm practicing my flutes. And grabbing that lemon water and bringing it to the studio so that I have it ready for me when I'm playing it's just a part of the routine, the ritual. I also love ceremony, and so I'll burn a candle, and sometimes I'll even burn like some Palo Santo wood and some sage, and like just create ceremony out of it. Make it fun. There's so many different things you can do of stacking habits with other things. So that's something that you can experiment with as well. And I could just go on and on and on, but this is what I'm interested in this week. And I'm just so curious what resonated for you. Do you have a daily habit that you do every day that like really fulfills you and builds your confidence? And makes you move forward in your life. And if you do, I would love to hear about it. And I'd also love to hear your tips and tricks of how you stick to keeping that daily habit flowing forward. Sending so much love to you, and I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. Mwah.